to talk about everything. I think we should talk about everything. I think we should just like lay it out on the table and just like come at it. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's really a lot of topics that I'm not willing to touch. But I mean, I see like as I'm going on and I'm growing and I'm learning more about myself and how I fit into like society and just everything like around being here at Cal, the barriers just like slowly fall down, you know, because it's like more so like, it's not even just for me anymore. I feel like it's a duty to like speak out for kind of the stories that stay in the margin. And I feel like obviously like I made it through a situation where like I could have been dead like several times over, or like raped, or like recovering from like something atrocious like that, but I didn't, you know. I also just feel like there's this need right now like in hip-hop to demonstrate like what the core of hip-hop was really about, which is like kind of like this resistance culture, like this paying homage to those of the past that like fought for what we have today, you know, like this storytelling, like keeping on this lineage. And I feel like all of that is missing once hip-hop became like this very corporate model and institution, and especially for women. I just ran this workshop for the students for hip hop yesterday, and I was talking about how there's like these two dichotomies, like polarized ends. So you either have the female rappers that are either like super masculinized, like they're rapping kind of like gangster, just like dudes, and there's nothing really uniquely female about it, or you have the other side of the spectrum, which is like what we're really seeing now with like your Nicki Minaj, you know, like the Little Kim era type thing, where it's just like super like over exploitation of like sexualization, body image, like all of that stuff. And I said that there's no like real artists that are able to break into the mainstream that really just talk about the female experience. And I've also had the opportunity to meet with the police chief, Diana Bishop, who is like the first female police chief of that count of San Rafael, which was really interesting and kind of giving my perspective on how she might be able to better train her officers and you know, downplaying like stereotyping, and also just for like a lot of the homeless youth out there, because I was homeless myself, and I was homeless in Marin and Richmond. And just from that perspective, and just like dealing with, you know, having police like interrogate you, think you're doing something wrong because, you know, you're waiting at a bus stop late at night, and just instead of criminalizing that youth, how to take better precautions. So I kind of have this experience working like within the power structure and kind of like advising people that are in power, which I think is just really interesting. And people have always told me that like I'm a pretty strong public speaker, and I was like, yeah, I can see that. Like I want to be like president so I could rap on my speeches, like break down politics in the way that like the average person could understand. Because right now I feel like there's just still so much jargon and just like misperceptions, and that people don't really know what's going on. And I feel like how could we really have a democracy with a situation like that? And I think the thing about freestyling is you have to do it in the right space, and it's all about energy. It's about being able to like when you catch a flow, it's like you're literally like maybe starting out with a couple words in a contact, but like, or a rhyme, but you literally like catch it. Like you can feel the energy building, and it's just like something, it's more so like tapping into that than trying to learn like a technique or something like that, a formulation, because you are the technique. Like you're gonna develop what's right for you. So I stick mostly to rapping for the most part, although when I do it a cappella, people definitely feel like it is more spoken. I am an American woman, and so they say I'm what I shouldn't, contradicted with an image of what I should. I'm always represented as a sexual object. These models walk around with pussy out begging for dick to rock it. But if you fuck the label, you a slut, and say stop it and use your sexuality to get in your pockets and double their profits. Preachers preach premarital sex, got you bound for hell. These men are privileged to force women to put their pussy up for sale. I didn't go chasing waterfalls, they fell from my eyes. Never had to navigate the rainforest, they fell to my thighs. Rolling down like pennies on the brink of womanhood. Good girl, gone bad, gone good again. There's no time to stop and wonder what could have been. The past was then, but this is what's now. I want to learn how to stand a woman in my own right. Encouragement for my fight. I'm always trying to do right, but recognize I'm a different type. I'm not concerned with this image, no with these figures. I hate it when these men be trying to treat me like a gold digger. I'm just making my music and handing out my honest stickers. I got one special man. I wanted him to split my swishes sweet and fiddle with something fat and twist it up and roll it back, cause I need some release. Cause when I preach peace, I'm told it's what'll get you killed quicker than rapping about liquor, riding wrist bigger, fucking girls thicker, or pulling some triggers. Damn.